But before I begin, as we always do, let us all recognize the brave military men and women who are serving our country overseas, in addition to all of those who have sacrificed on behalf of our nation in the past. And also keep especially close in our thoughts and prayers the family of Army Captain Bruce Kevin Clark of Spencerport, who recently lost his life while stationed in Afghanistan. Please join me now in a moment of silence to honor Captain Clark's service. Thank you. And welcome to the campus, the beautiful campus of St. John Fisher College. You know, being here tonight is a fitting reminder of how fortunate Monroe County is to benefit from over a dozen area colleges and universities that help define our quality of life. Our community is regularly recognized as one of the most educated in the entire nation. Outstanding institutions like St. John Fisher play a vital role. This year, U.S. News and World Report recognized this college as one of America's best universities. For the fourth year in a row, Forbes did the same. And in each of the past 6 years, Fisher has been named to the President's Higher Education Community Service Honor Roll for its service on behalf of disadvantaged youth. It is the highest federal recognition a school can achieve for its commitment to learning and civic engagement. But what catches my attention about Fisher the most is that it's always growing. We may even leave this campus tonight, only to come back in the morning and find a new addition. Now that's progress. Look at the past 15 years alone. Not only has the college added more than 20 academic programs and 7 NCAA Division III sports during that time, but it's completed the Golisano Academic Gateway, the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Building, the William A. Fay Building, the Wegmans School of Pharmacy, the Wegmans School of Nursing, Founders Hall, Keogh Hall, LaChase Commons, Brownie Stadium, and the Policini Track and Field Complex. I could go on and on. Yet the more things change here on campus, the more they stay the same. St. John Fisher's motto of teach me goodness, discipline, and strength continues to capture the college's values and has come to define the well-rounded education it offers its nearly 4,000 students each year. Dr. Don Bain, the college's 6th president, deserves a great deal of recognition for St. John Fisher's recent success. The driving force behind the college's Vision 2020 capital campaign, I am fortunate to call Dr. Bain and his wife Meg not only strong community partners, but close friends. So let's take an opportunity to thank him for his dedication to this college and to our church. Joined tonight by Rochester Mayor Tom Richards, Sheriff Patrick O'Flynn, County Clerk Cheryl D'Onofo, and District Attorney Sandra Dorley. We welcome them and thank all of you for your commitment to good government in Monroe County. To Legislature President Jeff Adair, Majority Leader Anthony Daniele, Minority Leader Ted O'Brien, and all of our county lawmakers in attendance, the State of the County Address was originally designed as an annual report to the members of your legislative body. You are all part of our good work in county government, and I could not govern as effectively without your collaboration. Thank you. To our government leaders at the town, village, city, and school district level, thank you for reinforcing our county efforts to put taxpayers first. And finally, to my family, Jim and Rachel Wiesner, and my husband Bob, this year brought a new joy to all of our lives. His name is Aiden Patrick Wiesner, and tomorrow he will be 8 months old. And it's amazing how, I wanted to put a picture up, but they wouldn't let me. It's amazing how a grandchild, a baby, brings a whole new perspective to life. And to me, it validates our efforts to do what's needed to secure a great community for future generations. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Each and every year, it is my responsibility to come before all of you to answer one critical question. What is the state of Monroe County? Taxpayers across our community attend, tune in, or catch a recap of this address on the late local news to find out more about where we stand and where we are heading. This year, many are even following along on Twitter, where excerpts of tonight's speech are being live-cast as we speak. You can follow along too by heading to monroecounty.gov and clicking on the Follow Us on Twitter icon on the left side of the homepage. Everyone listening tonight has at least one thing in common. We've all chosen to make Monroe County home. And in doing so, we've all taken ownership of our collective future. Since I took office as the first woman to be elected Monroe County Executive in 2004, we worked together, wholeheartedly investing our time, energy, and resources in the fight to make this community the greatest place to live, work, and raise a family. It hasn't always been easy, but that's what I love about my job. Public service means the most when the challenges are the greatest. As a government, Monroe County has set records for everything from property tax stability to environmental protection. As a community, Monroe County has fully fought its way through the latest economic recession, one that cost far too many workers their jobs and families their homes. We are not only recovering from a stalled economy, we are now expanding. And people are noticing. We have been named America's 7th fastest growing and recovering city. We've been recognized as one of the most affordable, one of the most innovative, and one of the best places in the entire country to buy a home and raise a family. Our quality of life remains second to none. Now, I consider myself an unabashed cheerleader for this community and its unlimited potential. But sometimes it takes an outside view to put it all in perspective. The editors of TheStreet.com, an American financial news and services website, recently took a look at our region's strengths. Placing us alongside iconic cities like Chicago and London, here's what they said. Our community is one of the top 10 places poised for greatness in the year 2012. No, not one of the top places in the state, not even one of the top places in the nation. We are one of only 10 places in the entire world to make that list. Committed to protecting taxpayers, maintaining essential services, and promoting job growth, that should come as no surprise. And with an ever-expanding local economy, it's also no surprise we've been recognized by the U.S. Census Bureau as one of only 2 upstate New York counties to gain population over the past year. It is often said that taxpayers vote with their feet. Well, if that's the case, Monroe County is winning by a landslide in the only election that really counts. So what is our state of the county in 2012? Well, we are an area, a community ready to leverage our historic achievements in property tax stability and balanced budgets to complete a full economic recovery and more. We are a community well on our way to becoming one of the strongest economies in America. We are a community poised for greatness, not only in 2012, but for years into the future. Our highly skilled workforce has already cemented our reputation as a leader in optics, healthcare, education, food and beverage, alternative energy, agriculture, and advanced manufacturing. And the dedicated workers who push our economy forward each and every day stand ready to utilize our historic strengths in manufacturing and innovation to complete our transformation to a diverse, knowledge-based economy. As a result of Monroe County's collaborative spirit and our public support of private sector job creators, our community continues to lead all of upstate New York in private sector job growth. In fact, we would have led the entire state in job growth since this time last year, if not for New York City, but it has the advantage of a workforce that is about 8 times larger than ours. Yet we can take hometown pride from the fact that we did outpace growth in our upstate sister cities of Buffalo, Syracuse, and Albany. Not only did we outpace them individually, we outpaced them collectively. But that's only half the story. I am proud to say tonight that our area has not only gained back, but exceeded the number of jobs lost during the latest recession. The Brookings Institute says Monroe County is a top 3 economy in the nation and a top 50 economy in the world. And they are right. Monroe County is open for business. And yes, Monroe County is playing a prominent role in helping put New York State back on a path to prosperity. Our work is far from done, but there is real cause for optimism here and now. Monroe County government is proud to be a critical partner in ongoing collaborative efforts to make this community a competitive destination for economic investment. In 2011, Monroe County worked side by side with 133 employers to help them locate or expand their businesses here. That means $800 million in new investment in the local economy. It also means more than 18,000 local jobs will be created and more than 10,000 local jobs will be retained. Little of that success would be possible without our most powerful tool for local job creation and retention, COMITA. There's little doubt left that our industrial development agency is doing something right. Just this month, a report released by the New York State Comptroller found that our IDA outperforms similar programs statewide. In fact, COMITA produces a 5-to-1 cost-to-benefit ratio, one of the best in the entire state. In other words, we are getting great job-created value for the non-taxpayer dollars that we've invested. Let me explain it another way. In 2010, COMITA projects were expected to create 2,000 local jobs. The actual number turned out to be nearly 14,000. Now that is true return on investment. Our county seat, the city of Rochester, continues to be a strong focus for the investment of Monroe County's attention and resources. Last year, 46% of all COMITA investments were approved for projects and companies located in the city. Economic development is a team sport, and one of the strongest job partners I have is Rochester Mayor Tom Richards. We have done so many ribbon cuttings together that our teams actually created a joint city-county ribbon to celebrate our shared successes. I know Mayor Richards is here, and I want to thank him for being here and thank him for his service to our community. Monroe County's economy is absolutely on the right track. We have the momentum, and together we're achieving attention-grabbing results. But the path to expansion has not been pain-free. Like many in Rochester, I received the news of Kodak's bankruptcy decision with a heavy heart and concern for the company's workers and their families. For Monroe County, Kodak isn't just an employer. It's not just an iconic company and a brand. Kodak has been an economic and philanthropic engine that has defined so much of who we are as a community. Kodak will always be part of Rochester's identity, and the entrepreneurial spirit housed in those buildings at Kodak for so much of our storied history is now finding new life and new opportunity in other places all across the region. Locally owned and operated company Logical Images was founded in 1999. It's a developer of visual technologies that increase diagnostic accuracy, enhance medical education, and heighten patient knowledge in the field of medicine. The company's lead engineer, Bill Hake, came over from Kodak 11 years ago with a clear strategic vision for utilizing digital imagery to improve the healthcare industry. Today, Logical Images has developed the most comprehensive digital medical library in the world, with over 60,000 unique images. Rochester Precision Optics is a leading manufacturer of optics components and systems for the Department of Defense and many commercial clients. That company was founded in 2005 when it acquired Kodak's Optical Imaging Systems division, which was being closed as a result of downsizing. Owner Bill Hurley negotiated with Kodak to bring 60 jobs and vital manufacturing equipment over to the new operation. The company has now grown from 60 employees then to 180 workers now and continues to expand. Recently, RPO invested more than $10 million in renovations, and with the help of our IDA, is already expecting to create another 130 new jobs in the near future. ITT Excelis is a global supplier of innovative night vision, remote sensing, and navigation solutions that provide site and situational awareness at space, air, and ground level. In 2009, the company acquired Kodak's remote sensing systems operation and chose Rochester as a headquarters for its world-leading space systems division. That decision saved 1,800 local jobs, and now ITT is already looking to expand. Working again with our IDA, it is now leasing an additional 120,000 square feet of space at the Rochester Technology Park. As a result of that public-private partnership, our community will retain close to 600 good-paying jobs in the fields of research and engineering. Logical Images Vice President of Operations Bill Haig, Rochester Precision Optics Production Manager Robert Thorpe, and ITT Excelis Vice President of Engineering Operations Joe Westbay, and Communications Project Manager Irene Lockwood are all with us this evening, and I want to thank them for being here. Images co-founder Dr. Art Papier, all of these outstanding local companies are examples of Kodak moments living on. And we applaud them for their vision, we thank them for their dedication, and we cheer them on for their success right here in our community. The groundbreaking products and services produced at local companies like these are putting Monroe County on the map. Earlier this year, our region was recognized as one of the top 50 largest export markets in the United States, with annual shipments totaling more than $5 billion. We are populating the world with Rochester products. There's one particular industry in Monroe County that's experiencing an absolutely incredible boom. Many local precision manufacturers are expanding their operations, growing their investment, and adding fuel to our local economy. With the help of a county program that we launched in 2010, some of these precision manufacturing companies are receiving assistance to help purchase equipment and acquire technologies to produce new or enhanced products. Monroe County is still the second largest home to manufacturing jobs in all of New York State. A lot of people don't believe that. 40% of all New York State jobs are still in manufacturing, and precision manufacturing accounts for 20% of all the jobs in Monroe County as well. Yet when it comes to precision manufacturing, there is a problem. Local employers continue to face a tremendous shortage of skilled workers. Only a select few have the training and experience to perform this type of advanced work. Monroe County is ready and willing to help develop the highly trained, highly skilled, and highly capable workforce of tomorrow. In partnership with Monroe Community College, Monroe 2 Orleans BOCES, and the Finger Lakes Advanced Manufacturers Enterprise, Monroe County will be launching a new summer precision manufacturing student training program. Students will learn hands-on machining skills at the BOCES 2 Center in Spencerport. These local 10th and 11th graders will also spend 3 Fridays visiting Monroe County manufacturers to see how their newly acquired skills can be applied and to learn more about the good-paying careers they can build for themselves in the future. As an added bonus, the students will also receive 3 hours of course credit at MCC for their participation. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize and thank Dr. Ann Kress, president of MCC, a great partner of mine, Mike Medina of the Finger Lakes Advanced Manufacturers Enterprise, and Joe Salemi, Joanne Antonacci, and Joseph Kelly of Monroe 2 Orleans BOCES for their dedication to the young people who really are the future of our local economy. Thank you. Until every local resident looking for a job can find one, and until every local employer looking for a skilled worker can hire one, more work needs to be done in our community. And that's why Monroe County has decided to expand our existing Monroe Manufacturers Jobs program to include a renewed and strategic focus on one of the true growth industries in our community and all across the nation, precision welding. As Mike Krupnicki, owner of Mahaney Welding Supply, will tell you, skilled welders are currently in short supply in our area. To address this challenge, Mahaney recently expanded its facility with a 5,000 square foot addition to create the groundbreaking Rochester Arc and Flame Center. The center is a new training facility dedicated solely to teaching classes in welding, blacksmithing, and glass blowing. It's the only one of its kind in our region and one of the first in the state. And best of all, the Rochester Arc and Flame Center is a private sector answer to a public employment challenge. To further enhance the center's research and reach and effectiveness, Monroe County will be forging, no pun intended, a new partnership with Mahaney Welding to expand our Monroe Manufacturers Jobs program. The program was designed to connect students of MCC's precision machining, optical fabrication, and AAS precision machining programs with local companies. Monroe County's new welding targeted expansion will do essentially the same, instead using the Rochester Arc and Flame Center as the education source, while encouraging local employers to hire its highly skilled graduates. To incentivize the process, both the hiree and the manufacturer will receive a bonus if the employee remains with that company for a full year. Monroe isn't just manufacturing jobs. Together with strong private partners like Mahaney Welding, we are manufacturing a workforce that will prove essential to our future success. Please join me in recognizing and thanking Mahaney owner and president of Rochester Arc and Flame, Mike Krupnicki, for his company's dedication to this exciting new endeavor. I've been to this center. If you have not been, you must see it. It's absolutely an amazing place to go, and it's right here in our community. Monroe County's Director of Economic Development, Judy Seil, is my talented right-hand woman when it comes to creating and retaining local jobs. In Monroe County's strong and diverse arsenal of tools to help local business, Judy is truly the most powerful weapon that I have. So please help me thank her for her leadership and the leadership of her team as well. I need to recognize tonight for his commitment to our community and our local economy. Now, he doesn't work for Monroe County, and as we speak, he's on a plane headed to, I hope, a relaxing destination, but his work positively impacts every resident that lives here. Tourism is a vital industry that showcases all our community has to offer for residents and visitors alike. Last year alone, more than 1.8 million people came here to enjoy our historical, cultural, athletic, and natural resources, making tourism a $1 billion industry in this region. I often call Ed Hall our community's chief cheerleader. Ed is president and CEO of Visit Rochester and deserves a great deal of credit for telling anyone who will listen that there are, quote, many reasons in every season to visit our community. After 15 years, Ed is retiring in August to pursue a new chapter in his life, which will definitely include his love of photography in Africa. Because Ed's work to promote Monroe County never ends, he couldn't be with us tonight. In fact, he's boarding a plane. But I do owe Ed a debt of gratitude for his dedicated service to Monroe County, and I know we all wish him very, very happy retirement and much success in the future. Thank you, Ed. Community poised for greatness, but we already are achieving great things in our community and in our government as well. A balanced budget, a reduced deficit, a smaller government that lives within its means, and a collaborative spirit that allows us to put people ahead of politics. That is the Monroe County way. All Eyes on Monroe has evolved from a New York State adage to a national approach to developing best practices. Communities all across the nation are turning their attention to our backyard for answers to some of their most persistent challenges. At the level of government that is closest to the people, Monroe County is getting real results. We have a model of success that starts with a very basic bottom line. It all begins with a tireless commitment to fiscal responsibility and restraint. To fulfill that commitment, Monroe County balances our budget each and every year without raising the local property tax rate. If we want to strengthen our local economy, we have to let taxpayers keep more of their own money. If we want to keep our young people from looking for a future elsewhere, we need to encourage private sector job growth. If we want seniors to stay in their homes, we need to work to control their tax burden. And if we want to maintain a world-class quality of life for our entire community, we must reinforce Monroe County's commitment to a government that believes in spending less, not taxing more. Again this year, Monroe County did exactly that. For the 8th consecutive year, the county property tax rate has not increased. Not only is our 2012 Monroe County budget in full compliance with the New York State's new tax cap that controls property taxes, but it also complies with our own groundbreaking Monroe County Taxpayer Protection Act of 2007, which controls local spending. I was proud to develop our common sense local spending cap with my partners in the county legislature. And unlike other legislative bodies where governing seems to be more gridlocked than solutions, our Taxpayer Protection Act passed with bipartisan support. To once again fulfill Monroe County's flat tax promise, we will continue to rein in spending in 2012. We will continue to overcome structural budget challenges and vital programs that serve an important role but have grown past the point of sustainability. We will continue to do more with less, and we will not spend money that we don't have. For the coming year, through a combination of strict cost controls and the continued streamlining of county services, non-mandated spending, our portion of the budget we actually control at the local level, is virtually flat. At the same time, Monroe County's mandated expenses, which are controlled by the state and federal governments, will grow by nearly $6 million. To overcome the burden of mandated spending each and every year, I ask our dedicated county employees to find savings, to do more than ever before, with less than ever before. Well, this year they answered the call. By embracing the principles of fiscal restraint that Monroe County is proud to promote from the top down, our departments were able to achieve $8 million in efficiencies for this year's budget. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our department heads and our division heads and all of our 4,500 county employees for understanding that government must make the same tough choices that families are making every day in their own household budgets. By utilizing early retirement and attrition strategies, we reduced our headcount. Working collaboratively with workforce healthcare providers, we achieved an unprecedented cost freeze. And by simply operating more efficiently and effectively in every corner of county government, we were able to produce $18 million in real, lasting, long-term savings for taxpayers. Those enduring structural solutions will help to better protect local taxpayers and their families for generations to come. But when it comes to long-term fiscal restraint, Monroe County didn't stop there. We've all heard about the debt crisis at other levels of government. Well, Monroe County